Hi, my name is Mackenzie. I'm a licensed private investigator, and here's a PI story I can legally tell you. Sorry for the noise. They're working on the pool. The show must go on. So I have to tell you about the very first case I ever worked as a private investigator. The lady that I was doing work for gives me an address, and she says, here you go. Off you go. Well, I have no idea what's going on. And I knew that my job was to sit in my car and watch people. That's it. That's all I knew. So she gives me this address, tells me to be there at 6 a.m. the next day. So I go home, I MapQuest the address, print out the directions. That's how we used to do it. Mind you, I'm given no formal training. There wasn't a ride along, no instruction manual, nada. So I go to this address and I park right in front of the mailbox. Like, imagine you walk down your driveway to the street where your mailbox is, and that's where my car was. I didn't know. I became a PI because someone told me I couldn't. Not because I had any semblance of an idea of what to do. Well, so I'm calling my boss every 5 minutes, giving her updates. I tell her, I said, the blinds keep moving. I think people keep looking out the window. Well, she had told me to keep a black towel in my car so that if anybody came and like pressed their face to the glass, I could hide under the black towel and no one would see me. Like, no one would be the wiser. So anyways, the couple I'm doing surveillance on, they do come out of their house and they walk to the mailbox, and I did what I was instructed to do. I crammed my big old butt into the floorboard and I put the towel over me. Now, mind you, it's October. It's hot as blazes. In Florida, I'm in a black car with black interior, blacked out windows, and a panoramic sunroof. And of course, I had to have the car off. It was hot as the devil. Well, I could hear them talking outside the car. She's going, is someone in it? He's going, I don't know. Well, so they end up getting in their car and they leave. I knew that it was my job to follow them. Mind you, I've never done this before. So when it comes to surveillance, I don't have the sense God gave a goose. Well, they pull out of the driveway and start driving away, and I follow them. Y'all, I didn't even wait till they got around the curve. I just started following them all willy-nilly because that ain't obvious. Well, I noticed that they park at like this little park area and they stay in the car. So I drive like 2 blocks down and I park in a random parking lot because by now I know they've seen my car, but like they haven't seen me. I get out of my car and start walking down the street down to where they parked as if they went there for recreation or something. It's obvious now, but then I didn't realize they were just testing me to see if I'd follow them, which I did. Well, not only did we not have maps on our phone back then, but the cameras were also dinosaurs. Like, they were big. Well, my boss told me if you want to get covert video, you're a girl, so you can get away with having like a purse, like a handbag, putting your camera inside of it and cutting out a hole so that when you hold your handbag over your shoulder, you have the camera pointing out of it. And I mean, at the time, it sounded like a good idea. I'm new here. What do I know? So anywho, I park my car and I get out with my makeshift Inspector Gadget covert video bag and I start walking down the street and I'm walking toward where they had parked. Well, you always want to document what your subject is doing. So I turn my body to face their car so I could videotape them from this giant hole in my purse. Well, I didn't know what to do with my hands. So I start patting my pockets like I'm looking for something, looking around like, where is it? Don't ask me what I was pretending to look for. Baby Jesus knows I can't tell you. They get out of the car and they start looking in my direction. And the husband's on a cell phone looking dead at me. Pretty sure he was calling the cops. So I look around like, like nothing to see here. Well, anyways, I panic and I start walking back towards my car. Because like, where else am I gonna go? I'm stuck like Chuck. And also, this guy's probably calling the cops. I ain't trying to stick around and find out. Well, so I get back to my car and I call my boss, like, to give her an update. And her first question is, did you get any video? Lady, no, I damn near invited myself into their house. I was sitting practically on their doorstep. And then they tested me, which I failed, and then I had to run away. So no, I did not get any video. It was then that I learned she had like 0 surveillance experience and that I was gonna have to teach myself basically everything. And here we are.